Yes, it's that time of the year again where soccer here, or for the rest of the world, football is on. The World Cup is on, and it's been quite amazing. I was able to watch some games. With the time difference, it's quite something. It's a challenge, but it's doable. And I watched some of the games with my kids, like the first games when Switzerland played. By the way, they're in the next round, which is awesome. They qualified. I heard, the fifth time in a row that they actually qualified for the World Cup, because growing up, the Swiss team was not really good. They had their days, and, sometimes, we had good players, but it changed a lot over the last 20, 30 years because of the exposure of international soccer. A lot of our guys, they're playing in Germany, they're playing in Spain and Italy and France and England. So they have this exposure now on a whole different level. And if you bring that into the occasion, into a national team, that obviously helps. So the Swiss are pretty solid. They've been good. They've been, last year in the Euro Cup, they defeated the world champion. They kicked out France, which was awesome. And now they did well. They did really, really well. Solid team. And so the fifth time in a row, they qualified for the World Cup. Not like Italy. Twice in a row, they didn't qualify for this one and the last one. Anyway, a Swiss comedian said that's it's not that bad because there's enough time for them to make pizza for the rest of us. Anyway, and the last four times they actually made it to the next round. So which makes them, under the 16th best teams of the world. That's quite something for a small nation like this. Anyway, three times I read that they were actually in the quarterfinal. Yeah, they came in, I think, third and fourth once, something like that. Long time ago. Long time ago. But maybe this time, maybe we'll see that. Maybe anything's possible. I mean, look at it. Japan's in. It's awesome. South Korea. Great teams. And this is what this sport should be all about, right? Shaking things up, underdog stories, not the classical, like what we expect is going to happen, the great teams. And for me as a Swiss, I have to say this, since, our team, when I grew up, was not really good and was always in the shadow of Germany because it's such a huge soccer nation, four times world champion. And now this is the second time for them. At least they qualified, not like the Italians, but they dropped out in the first round. So that's awesome. And growing up, I just have to share this. It was very simple. Life was simple. Every time Germany played, we were for the other team. Call it, intimidation, call it like, we're just in the shadow of the Germans, the soccer nation, or one of the biggest soccer nations. And we just didn't really live up to the job. So we just didn't want them to win. I think it changed. I'm okay now. I'm okay if Germany wins. But part of me was kind of very satisfied that they didn't qualify for the next round. What can I say? Some things never change. Some things do and some don't. Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying the World Cup. I think it's fascinating. Really some good games and great surprises, and see what's going to happen. Right now, some of the games in the next round have already been played. So sad that the U.S. is out. I would have wanted them to go on, but Holland was pretty solid. So maybe anything's possible. But Germany's out and Switzerland's in. That's all I'm going to say. That's my perspective. Hope you enjoy some of those games. Even over here, give it a shot. Football, actually, that you play with your feet. Soccer, known here, is a great sport. And, it's 90 minutes with some overtime. And that's it. And especially now, the knockout rounds, there's not going to be ties. So whoever, might care about or not care about, watching it because of nobody wins at the end. Yes, right now, teams are winning. Knockout round. So enjoy it, watch it, give it a shot. It's a great sport. Go and, go into a sports bar. And while watch it with some other people, like in back home, we have a lot of, back home in Switzerland, there's a lot of, public viewings, which is a great place to actually do that. You just go out there, have some food, have a beer, and the atmosphere and everybody together, it's much nicer than, just in your little home in the living room and your obviously oversized TV. That's great. But go and give it a shot and watch a game with some of your friends. It's really fun. Anyway, my perspective, enjoy the World Cup. Out for now. Bye-bye.